Heartbreak is painful, sometimes devastating. If you've ever lost a relationship, you know how grief and sadness can overwhelm you. But betrayal trauma is different. Let me give you an example. Think back to your first love, or imagine a teenager falling in love for the first time. If any of you are parents of teenagers, maybe you're bearing witness to this puppy love in your own children's lives. In those first relationships, everything feels intense and full of hope, like nothing could ever go wrong. But then, that first heartbreak comes. Maybe the other person says, "I don't feel the same anymore." Or they move away. Or perhaps the relationship just ends. It hurts deeply. There are tears, sleepless nights, and a deep sense of loss. But even in the middle of that pain, the story makes sense. We broke up because it wasn't working. The reality of the relationship is intact. What you thought was real was real. Now imagine something different. Imagine being told for years that you were loved, cherished, and chosen, only to discover that behind your back, your partner was secretly living another life, hiding pornography use, paying for sex, or having affairs. Most of you don't have to imagine this because you've lived it. Everything you thought you could count on, your partner's faithfulness, honesty, and loyalty, suddenly feels unstable. This isn't just loss. It's the collapse of the reality you thought you knew. That's betrayal trauma. It doesn't just grieve what was lost. It calls into question what was ever real in the first place. In ordinary heartbreak, even when the loss is tragic, you usually still have a coherent story. We broke up because we grew apart. We had different values, or life circumstances got in the way. You can grieve what's lost while still trusting that it was real and it happened. Betrayal trauma twists the knife in a different way. It doesn't just take away what you hoped for, it calls into question what you thought you already had. That's why betrayal trauma is more than heartbreak. It's disorienting to your body, your mind, and even your sense of self.